The longer you spend around this incredible three-wheel camper, the more you begin to notice something unusual. It isn't trying to compete with giant luxury motorhomes. It isn't trying to replace a 5-bedroom house. Instead, it asks a completely different question. What if you only carried what truly mattered? What if comfort wasn't measured by square footage but by the freedom to wake up wherever your heart wanted to be? Imagine leaving the city before sunrise. The streets are almost empty as the camper quietly rolls through the sleeping neighborhoods. Office buildings stand silent. Traffic lights change for no one. The only sound comes from the gentle hum of the engine as you head toward a destination you've never visited before. Within an hour, tall buildings disappear behind you. Concrete slowly gives way to open fields. The air becomes fresher. The roads become quieter. For the first time in weeks, you realize you're not checking the time every few minutes. You're simply enjoying the drive. As the highway winds through rolling hills, the panoramic windshield transforms every mile into a cinematic experience. Golden sunlight spills across the landscape, illuminating forests, rivers, and distant mountains. Every curve reveals another breathtaking view, making it almost impossible to believe this is the same world you left behind only a short time ago. Eventually, you discover a narrow road leading toward a hidden lake. Most travelers drive past it without even noticing. Large RVs wouldn't attempt the turn because the road looks too tight. But that's exactly where this camper belongs. Its compact size gives you confidence to keep exploring. The pavement eventually ends, replaced by a smooth gravel trail lined with towering pine trees. Sunlight filters through the branches, creating moving patterns across the road. Birds fly overhead while the smell of fresh earth fills the air. Then, suddenly, the trees open. Before you stretches a crystal-clear lake surrounded by untouched wilderness. No crowds. No buildings. No noise. Just pure nature. You gently park the camper only a few steps from the shoreline. The engine falls silent. For a few seconds, nothing happens. Then you hear it. The sound of the wind moving through the trees. Water softly touching the rocks. Birds calling in the distance. Silence has a sound, and it's more beautiful than you remembered. You open the side door. Fresh mountain air immediately fills the cabin. The entire interior seems to transform as natural light pours through the windows. Instead of looking at walls, you're looking at one of the most beautiful landscapes imaginable. This is why people dream about owning a camper like this. Not because it's packed with technology. Not because it looks futuristic. Because it creates moments that can't be purchased. Inside, breakfast begins with simple ingredients. Fresh coffee. Warm toast. A bowl of fruit. Nothing complicated. Yet somehow every bite tastes better. Maybe it's the clean air. Maybe it's the peaceful surroundings. Or maybe it's because you're eating with $1 million view that didn't cost anything at all. After breakfast, the table becomes a workspace. Many people assume remote work means staying inside an apartment all day. This camper proves otherwise. A laptop opens. The internet connects. Emails are answered. Meetings begin. Outside the window, a family of deer quietly walks along the edge of the forest. Imagine finishing your workday while looking at that instead of office walls. When the final email is sent, there isn't a long commute waiting for you. There isn't traffic. There isn't stress. You simply close the laptop, step outside, and begin your adventure. Perhaps that's why digital nomads are becoming increasingly interested in campers like this. Work no longer determines where you live. Instead, your lifestyle determines where you work. As afternoon arrives, you decide to explore. A nearby hiking trail disappears into the forest. Because your home remains safely parked nearby, there's no need to carry heavy luggage. Only a small backpack. A camera. A bottle of water. Hours pass as you discover hidden waterfalls, colorful wildflowers, and breathtaking viewpoints overlooking the valley below. Each step reminds you how much of the world still waits to be explored. Eventually, you return to the camper just as the sun begins its slow journey toward the horizon. Inside, everything feels exactly as you left it. Comfortable. Organized. Ready. Dinner preparation begins. Fresh vegetables are chopped on the countertop. A simple meal cooks quietly while golden light fills the cabin. Outside, the lake reflects the colors of the evening sky like polished glass. Orange slowly fades into pink. Pink becomes deep purple. Then the first stars begin appearing overhead. Many travelers spend thousands of dollars searching for experiences like this. Luxury resorts. Private cabins. Exclusive retreats. Yet here, everything feels richer because you've discovered it yourself. As darkness settles across the landscape, the camper becomes a cozy shelter surrounded by endless wilderness. Soft interior lights create a warm glow. The large windows now frame an entirely different scene. Thousands of stars stretch across the night sky. Without city lights, the Milky Way becomes clearly visible, arching overhead like a river of light. You step outside once more, the night is perfectly still. Cool air brushes across your face. Somewhere in the distance, an owl calls through the forest. Moments like these remind you that modern life often moves too quickly. We're constantly connected. Constantly notified. Constantly distracted. Yet standing beside this tiny camper, surrounded by nothing but nature, those distractions seem incredibly far away. You realize something important. The greatest luxury isn't owning more things. It's having enough time to truly enjoy where you are. The following morning begins even earlier. Before sunrise, you quietly climb out of bed and step outside. Mist floats gently above the surface of the lake. The world seems frozen. Gradually, a thin line of golden light appears above the mountains. Within minutes, the entire landscape begins to glow. The trees reflect in the perfectly calm water. Birds begin their morning chorus. A gentle breeze ripples across the lake. It's one of those rare moments when everything feels perfectly balanced. You don't need expensive entertainment. You don't need crowded attractions. Nature provides a show more spectacular than anything built by human hands. Back inside, the camper feels bright and inviting. Sunlight pours through every window. The compact kitchen comes alive once again as breakfast fills the cabin with wonderful aromas. Even routine tasks become enjoyable when your surroundings constantly change. That's one of the hidden secrets behind this lifestyle. It's not that daily responsibilities disappear. You still cook.